My name is Justin Castellano. I am Senior Patrol Leader of Troop 76 and Masters of Ceremonies this evening. We welcome all Scouts, leaders, parents, friends, and distinguished guests to this Eagle Court of Honor for Paul Richard, Jack Polizzi, and Chris Mangine. Please rise while the honor guard escorts the candidates to the front, and please remain standing while we pledge allegiance to the flag, followed by the Scout Code. Hand over heart or Scout salute. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
On my honor,
I will do my best to do my duty to guide my country, to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight.
by the authority vested in me by the Connecticut Rivers Council and National Council of Boy Scouts of America, I declare this Court of Honor convened. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, mothers and fathers, friends and honored guests, I introduce Eagle candidates Paul Richard, Jack Polizzi, and Chris Mangine. Now Chaplain Zane Tommy Kim will lead us in a new location.
Well, we thank you, Lord, for this day and this Eagle Court of Honor. Be with us as we celebrate the achievements of these Scouts in our troop. We give thanks for the parents and leaders who have given us this opportunity in our lives. Help us to remember that all things good come from you, and to see your hand in all our accomplishments. Amen.
Now, what it means to be the Eagle.
To the candidates for the Eagle Award, this is the climax of your scouting effort. When you joined Troop 76, you set your goal for Eagle, the highest award in Boy Scouts. The award is earned through the dedication to scouting principles and the completion of all the requirements, of which most notably being the Eagle Project. For you, the time has arrived to receive this award. While you have traveled along the road toward your Eagle, you have come to realize that it is a road that you do not travel alone. You have had help and support from your fellow Scoutmasters, many assistant Scoutmasters, fellow Scouts, parents, family, friends, and members of the community. It is important that we understand the meaning of the Eagle Badge and the effort it takes to achieve it. This is an occasion of pride as well as time for serious reflection. You have distinguished yourself through through your quality performance and active service in Scouting. You are trained and practiced in leadership and are favorably influenced by the understanding that we must be responsible to our fellow humans and give back to the community. Great people from prehistoric times to the present day have felt the appeal of the majestic eagle. To the Egyptians, the eagle was a messenger to the gods and a symbol of eternal life. To the Romans, the eagle was the carrier of Jupiter's thunderbolts and a sign of force. To the Indians, the eagle symbolized valor and victory. Today, the eagle is a living symbol of courage and freedom and inspires Americans. It represents the ideals on which we base our goals. In 1911, the Boy Scouts of America chose the eagle to be their symbol of the highest achievement in Scouting.
The primary responsibility of an Eagle Scout is to live with honor. To an Eagle Scout, honor is the foundation of all character. He knows the vast importance of living honorably and the significance of setting a positive example for other Scouts. Living honorably reflects credit upon his home, his troops, and his community. May the white of the Eagle badge remind you you always live with honor.
An Eagle Scout is loyal. He is true to his family, Scout leaders, his school, friends, and his country. His loyalty to his troop and other Scouts is demonstrated in his willingness to pitch in and carry his share of the load. His loyalty conveys devotion to the community, to country, and to one's ideas. May the blue of the Eagle badge always inspire your loyalty.
An Eagle Scout is courageous. Courage has always been a quality by which humans measure themselves and others. To the Scout, bravery means not only courage to face physical danger, but the determination to stand up for what is right. He looks forward to each day by accepting his responsibilities and trusting in his faith and his fellow men and women of his world. May the red of the Eagle badge always remind you of courage.
An Eagle Scout is cheerful. An Eagle Scout always wears a smile. The red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the second-class award, which has its ends turned up with a smile. May the scroll of the Eagle badge always remind you to be cheerful.
An Eagle Scout has a responsibility to give service to others. He extends a helping hand to those that aspire to follow the Eagle trail. Just as others helped him in his climb to Eagle, he will continue to support the truth. The Eagle stands as the protector of the weak and helpless. He will comfort the unfortunate and oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending his own. He will always do what is right and put forth his best. All three of you are deserving of much credit in having achieved Scouting's highest progress award. Wear your reward with humility, ever mindful that the Eagle Scout is always setting an example for others. May the Scout oath and law be your guide for tomorrow and in the future.
We ask that all Eagle Scouts in the audience please come forward and stand behind the candidate. Once you have earned the Eagle Scout Award, you are always an Eagle. These Eagle Scouts have come forward to support the new member of their brotherhood. We will now induct each new member by individually asserting the Eagle Pledge and Eagle Charge.
Paul, please stand, make the Scout sign, and recite the Eagle Pledge after me. I, Paul Richard, believe in the Boy Scouts of America
I, Paul Richard, believe in the Boy Scouts of America
as a movement which has as its aim and purpose
as a movement which has as its aim and purpose
character building and leadership training.
character building and leadership training.
I believe it to be a movement
I believe it to be a movement
that helps a scout be a master of his own powers,
that helps a scout be a master of his own powers,
helps him get along with others,
helps him get along with others,
and develops the basis for being a good citizen.
and develops the basis for being a good citizen.
I believe it is my duty
I believe it is my duty
to obey the Scout Oath and Scout Law.
to obey the Scout Oath and Scout Law.
I hereby renew my faith in Scouting
I hereby renew my faith in Scouting
and promise to do what I can
and promise to do what I can
in service to other Scouts
in service to other Scouts
who have not come this far along the Eagle Trail.
who have not come this far along the Eagle Trail.
And now the Eagle Charge. I charge you to take your citizenship with solid dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service, to all people and to our Mother Earth. Live and serve so that those who know you will be inspired by your example, and whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which every scout may be proud. Do you accept this charge?
I do.
I would like to introduce Jack Polizzi's uncle, Carlo Contasanti. Mr. Colasanti is an Eagle Scout from Troop 17 in Hyde Park, New York. He also is an OA, a member of the OA, and has earned the Ad Altare Day and Pope Pius XII regional emblems.
Thank you. Jack, please stand, make the Scout sign, and recite the Eagle Pledge after me. I, Jack Polizzi,
I, Jack Polizzi,
believe in the Boy Scouts of America
believe in the Boy Scouts of America
as a movement which has
as a movement which has
as its aim and purpose
as its aim and purpose
character building and leadership training.
character building and leadership training.
I believe it to be a movement
I believe it to be a movement
that helps a scout
that helps a scout
be master of his own powers,
be master of his own powers,
helps him get along with others,
helps him get along with others,
and develops the basis
and develops the basis
for being a good citizen.
for being a good citizen.
I believe it is my duty
I believe it is my duty
to obey the Scout Oath and Scout Law.
to obey the Scout Oath and Scout Law.
I hereby renew my faith in Scouting
I hereby renew my faith in Scouting
and promise to do what I can
and promise to do what I can
in service to other Scouts
in service to other Scouts
who have not come this far
who have not come this far
along the Eagle Trail.
along the Eagle Trail.
And now the Eagle Charge. I charge you to take your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to all people and to our Mother Earth. Live and serve so that those who know you will be inspired by your example. And whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which every scout may be proud. Do you accept this charge?
I do.
Congratulations, Jack.
Sean Barrett will now lead the pledge and charge for Chris Mangine.
please stand, make the Scout sign, and recite the Eagle Pledge after me. I, Chris Mangine, believe in the Boy Scouts of America,
I, Chris Mangine, believe in the Boy Scouts of America
as a movement which has,
as a movement which has,
as its aim and purpose,
as its aim and purpose,
character building and leadership training.
character building and leadership training.
I believe it to be a movement
I believe it to be a movement
that helps the Scout
that helps a scout
be master of his own powers,
be master of his own powers,
helps him get along with others,
helps him get along with others,
and develops the basis
and develops the basis
for being a good citizen.
for being a good citizen.
I believe it is my duty
I believe it is my duty
to obey the Scout oath and Scout law.
to obey the scout oath and the scout law.
I hereby renew my faith in Scouting
I hereby renew my faith in scouting
and promise to do what I can
and promise to do what I can
in service to other Scouts
in service to other scouts
who have not come this far
who have not come this far
along the Eagle Trail.
along the Eagle Trail.
And now the Eagle Charge. I charge you to take your citizenship with solemn dedication. Be a leader, but lead only towards the best. Lift up every task you do and every office you hold to the highest level of service to all people and to our Mother Earth. Live and serve so that those who know you will be inspired by your example. And whatever others may do, you will leave behind a record of which every Scout may be proud. Do you accept this charge?
I do.
Thank you to all the Eagle Scouts who have come forward in support of our new Eagles. You may return to your seats. The award of the Eagle Badge is an important and serious event. It is the culmination of efforts of various leaders of the troop and of the Scout himself. Eagle Award is the highest and most respected in Scouting. Paul, Jack, and Chris, Boy Scouts of all nations, constitute one of the most meaningful and significant movements in world's history. You have been counted worthy of the highest rank in its membership. All those you know now rejoice in your achievement. Your position, as you well know, is one of honor and responsibility. You have assumed a solemn duty to your God, your world, and to humanity. This is a great undertaking. As you live up to your obligations, you bring honor to yourself, your parents, and to the Boy Scouts. We will now have the Eagle Award presentation. Will the Eagle candidates please escort their parents to the stage and remain standing? Mrs. Richard, Mrs. Firestone, and Mrs. Mangine, please put the Eagle pin on your son's uniform. Mr. Richard, Mr. Polizzi, and Mr. Mangine, please remove your son's troop neckerchief and put the eagle neckerchief around your son's neck. Paul, Jack, and Chris, please pin your parents' eagle pins on. Please present the roses to your mother. Congratulations, Paul, Jack, and Chris. Eagle Scouts, please escort your parents back to their seats. Now for the presentation of commendations. We are honored to have Selectman Cheryl Cook and Selectman Lisa Hebner, who bring greetings from the towns of Simsbury and East Granby.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to see everyone tonight. I'm anticipating summer will be here one day. It's not quite here today, but we're looking forward to it. It's an honor and privilege to be here tonight with Paul, Jack, and Chris as you receive your Eagle Scout Award for your years of work and service and your projects. Cheryl and I know you devoted many hours to achieving this final badge. On behalf of Mary Glassman and the entire Board of Selectmen, congratulations on this and your commitment throughout the entire process. This award is yours tonight, and we're proud of you. But I'd also like to thank those who helped you along the way. Your parents and family, mentors and leaders, friends, and really all of you here tonight. Today you exemplify service to our community and what it means to give back. Instead of taking the path of the cynic or the critic, you stepped up and made a difference, and our community is better because of you. Robert F. Kennedy, in his Day of Affirmation speech in a danger I believe still exists today. He warned of the danger of futility, the belief that there is nothing one man or one woman can do against the enormous array of the world's ills. It's the why bother? It won't change anything if I do something. We all heard that before? Yeah. Kennedy went on to acknowledge that few will have the greatness to bend history itself. But each of us can work to change a small portion of events, and in the total of all these acts will be written the history of this generation. Today, with your accomplishments, we see that you have not succumbed to this danger. It is not futile. You have made a difference here in Simsbury. And the ripple of your good works will inspire many who follow and help define this truth, this community, your generation, for years to come. We are grateful that as you become an Eagle Scout today, you commit to making a difference, wherever you are, from this day forward. We look forward to seeing and celebrating all you do next. On behalf of the Board of Selectmen for the town of Simsbury, and Granby, couldn't make it, but we love you anyway. No, Simsbury's here. It is my pleasure to present these proclamations with Cheryl Cook. I'll read the Simsbury proclamations, then Cheryl will say a couple lines of read the Granby. Town of Simsbury Proclamation. Whereas service to country is the cornerstone of a democratic society, and whereas such service contributes to the development of leadership skills, and whereas attainment of the Eagle Scout Award signifies outstanding potential for future leadership and responsibilities, and whereas dedicated leaders are an irreplaceable national resource. Now therefore let it be known that we who are gathered at this Court of Honor for Troop 76, Boy Scouts of America, Simsbury, Connecticut, join in recognition of the accomplishments of Paul and Jack. We have too many secondaries. And express our admiration and congratulations upon this attainment of the rank of Eagle Scout on May 31st, 2014. On behalf of the people of Simsbury, and witness whereof I have placed my hand in the great seal of the town of Simsbury, dated this 31st day of May, 2014, Mary A. Glassman, First Selectman.
Thank you, Lisa. Congratulations to all three of you. I know it's a great accomplishment that you've achieved here. And congratulations to all of your family and friends who are here to witness it today. I've had the privilege of seeing some of your projects around town, and I must say, everyone that I've seen has been such an achievement, such a contribution to the community. It makes us all proud. I'm here today to read the proclamation on behalf of the town of East Granby. Proclamation. Whereas the achievement of Eagle Scout is the highest rank attainable in the Boy Scout program from the Boy Scouts of America. Whereas Eagle Scout requirements include earning at least 21 merit badges. Whereas only 2% of all Boy Scouts achieve the rank of Eagle Scout. Whereas Christopher Mangine, through his involvement with Boy Scout Troop 76, has enriched his life. Whereas Christopher Mangine's Eagle Scout project included leading a team to build several visitor benches for the Simsbury Historical Society at the Phelps Homestead. Whereas Christopher drew up the designs, made the plans, and organized a work team to complete his project. Whereas these benches add to the enjoyment of visitors to the Phelps Homestead campus. Now therefore, I, James Hayden, First Selectman of the town of East Granby, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, June 2nd, 2014, as Christopher Mangine Day in East Granby, Connecticut. James Hayden, First Selectman, dated May 31st, 2014.
We are honored to have Commander Bruce Elliott, who brings greetings from American Legion Post 84.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bruce Elliott. I'm here tonight representing the 104 members of Simsbury's American Legion Tom Lonis Hall Post 84. For those not too familiar with the Legion, we're a national organization of military veterans whose primary purpose is to serve the needs of other veterans and their families. In addition, like scouting, we also encourage and support good citizenship. I'm honored to join you in recognizing the wonderful achievement of these three young men, Christopher Mangine, John Polizzi, and Paul Richard, as they're awarded the rank of Eagle Scout. And I extend the congratulations from our members to all three scouts, to their families, and to the leadership of Troop 76. I understand only 3 or 4% of scouts reach the Eagle rank because of the persistence and dedication required. For those who make it, you join a truly elite group who can say for the rest of their lives that they are Eagle Scouts. We hope you remember always that you are capable of big things and continue to set and achieve new goals. Before I read the material that I brought with me tonight, I just want to mention that I have brought this up probably a couple times in the last several years as I've been the representative from our post at Eagle Award ceremonies for Troop 76. I was a member of Troop 76 back in the early 1960s. And as I'm reminded of it as I look at the history of the Eagle Awards, it's always in the material that's handed out to people to attend these ceremonies. And the Eagle Scouts who were awarded that rank in the 1960s were all friends of mine. Although I was a scout of much lesser achievement. Among the 94 to 96% who do not make Eagle Scout. My point is that I was having lunch last summer with two friends who were on that list who received the Eagle Award at Troop 76 in the mid-1960s. And I offered to the awardees tonight that my friends were still reminiscing and vividly about the fun they had working on Eagle Scout projects and American Legions and the fun they had in scouting. This is 50 years ago they're talking about. So I hope that these young men have the same opportunity as their lives unfold to maintain contact with each other and retain very positive memories of the experiences they've had at Troop 76. So I wish them that good luck and good fortune. Now I'd like to read the resolution of recognition and the award certificate that I brought with me. There's actually a set for each of the Eagle Scouts, but I will read the material for Christopher. The resolution of recognition, it starts American Legion, Tom Lonis Hall, Post 84, Simsbury, Connecticut, resolution of recognition. Whereas Christopher J. Mangine has completed the requirements established for the rank of Eagle, and whereas he has shown a true understanding of the ideals of scouting through persistence, courage, and hard effort, and whereas Christopher has earned forever the respect of his fellow scouts in his community. Now therefore be it resolved that the members of Tom Lonis Hall Post 84 American Legion extend best wishes to Christopher Mangine for achieving Eagle Scout, whereby he is now prepared through the remarkable traditions of Troop 76 to continue with great confidence, demonstrating throughout his life an inspiring commitment to good citizenship. Dated at Simsbury, Connecticut, this 31st day of May, AD 2014, and presented on behalf of the Post members by Bruce Elliott as Post Commander and Joe Haney as the Post Adjutant. In addition, we also provide for each a certificate of good citizenship that starts with the American Legion Good Citizenship Citation awarded to Christopher J. Mangine of Boy Scout Troop 76, Simsbury, Connecticut, who was attained the rank of Eagle Scout by Tom Lonis Hall, Post 84, Simsbury, Connecticut, and signed by myself as the Post Commander. So again, I have these documents for each of the three scouts. And For all the veterans that our group represents, I salute each of you for this very special achievement. And again, congratulations.
We are honored to have Vice Commander John Fox Jr., who brings greetings from the veterans of foreign wars post-1926.
I'm not a junior, so I don't know what I get from. But anyway, I'm pleased. We are, as representative of Simsbury VFW, post-1926. We are pleased to congratulate these gentlemen on their award for the tremendous honor of achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, which is the highest rank in scouting. The veterans enjoy being part of these celebrations because there are so many traits that are similar to going through the Eagle Scout rank than as to be a veteran of the military. The respect for God and country, the flag, and the patriotism to the United States. That of citizenship, the community, and the teamwork. These will be foundation for you for the rest of your lives. They will establish you to be leaders in the country, good citizens, hopefully going into politics or technology fields or what have you, to achieve, to continue to achieve through the lessons you have learned in scouting. As Bruce said, as Bruce equated, my son also was a member of Troop 76 about 14 years ago, and I thoroughly enjoy going with him through the scouting, all through the evolution through scouting. And I realized the commitment, the dedication, and the stick-to-itiveness that you have to have, along with the teamwork and to get the jobs done. So with that, let me read the award. This is a significant recognitions, in this case to Paul Richards, for outstanding achievement and exceptional leadership ability, evidenced by his attainment of rank of Eagle Scout, signed by John Romano, who's the commander, and John Fox, who's the vice commander of Troop post-1926 of the Veterans of Foreign War. With that, I will thank you, and I'll hand it to you.
We are honored to have Lieutenant Colonel Jim Works, who brings greetings from CT Air National Guard.
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Colonel Frank Vittorio, Wing Commander of the 103rd Airlift Wing. Also bring you greetings from Major General Thaddeus Martin, the Adjutant General of the State of Connecticut. Before I read the letters, because this troop has had an Eagle Scout that has sacrificed his all for this country, Felix Del Greco, I ask for a moment of silence in memory of his service. Thank you. I'm pleased to be here for multiple reasons. Besides wearing this uniform, I am also actually part of the Mangine District Eagle Committee as well. It's So on behalf of the Manatee District Advancement Committee, I congratulate the three of you on achieving this award. I also have a personal stake of that. I've been praying for a young man for many years to get this award. I worked with Paul on his God and Family and God and Church Award and guided him with one of our other members of our church to get his God and Life. He hadn't started early enough, otherwise he would have gotten all four God and Country awards, I'm sure. But I'm proud that he is the first one of mine to get 3 of them and become an Eagle Scout. So. Each of them have a letter here, and I'll just read the one letter. It's addressed to them individually. This letter is to congratulate you for earning the rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. Your accomplishment of the highest achievement within the Boy Scout program demonstrates that you can develop a plan, lead a team to execute it, and inspire others to be good citizens. By becoming an Eagle Scout, you have entered a rarefied air as a small group of men who have accomplished a lot to become a leader early in life. As an Eagle Scout of Troop 76, you have also joined the ranks of Sergeant Felix Del Greco, the first member of the Connecticut National Guard to sacrifice his life for our country during Operation Iraqi Freedom. You embody what it means to be a citizen of the United States and a member of the Boy Scouts of America. We in the Connecticut National Guard have seen what great things can come from Eagle Scouts and challenges you to continue to do your best for the rest of your life and fly like an eagle. Please use your Eagle Scout badge as a symbol to help younger Scouts and fellow Americans remember that the freedoms that we have as United States citizens is not free, and the rights and responsibilities secured by those who have made the highest sacrifice must be exercised on a regular basis. On behalf of the men and women of the Connecticut Air National Guard, let me personally congratulate you on your accomplishment, for your support of those of us serving now and the veterans who have served our country in the past. Roy V. Walton, Colonel, Commander, 103rd Mission Support Group. And with your letters, I'm going to give you my own personal thing as an Eagle. In the military, we have a tradition of handing out a coin, a challenge coin, of what organization you are. I'm going to present to each of these young men their Eagle Scout coins.
We are honored to have State Representative John Hampton, who brings greetings from the state capitol.
Good evening. Thank you so much for having me here this evening. Congratulations, gentlemen. Congratulations to the parents, grandparents, siblings, and friends. This is a great night for Simsbury and Brandon, of course. And I'm especially proud of Troop 76, and over the years have been so delighted to bear witness to all of your successes and reports of honors and events, and thrilled to be here to celebrate your team of Eagle Scout tonight. We just celebrated Memorial Day this past Monday, and I wanted for all of us to applaud all of our veterans and servicemen and women who are here this evening. We are indeed a grateful nation, and we are blessed by the work that you did and the servicemen that we currently have deployed. I have a niece who is now in the U.S. Navy, Pearl Harbor, extremely proud of her great service. So we think of all of you tonight. I have to give a shameless plug to the veterans here tonight. We're building a Veterans Memorial in Simsbury, a new Veterans Memorial. You'll be hearing more about it. And great Eagle Scout project, right? A couple weeks ago, I was at another Eagle Scout event, and I talked about the power of one person. Each of us has great power as an individual. to think about it. The power to promote love, understanding, to create, invent, develop new technologies, or we have the power to create hate, dissent, and destroy. You think back in history about one person, Adolf Hitler, one person who had the ability to create such havoc, such destruction. And then you think of somebody like Martin Luther King, one person who promoted love, civil rights, understanding, peace, justice. What reassures us as we look forward to future generations that you gentlemen have chosen the good as individuals. You have chosen to use your power for the good. And that reassures us as a country and as your community leaders and friends and family. That reassures us. Lisa and I were both thinking of Bobby Kennedy today, I think because his anniversary of his death, 46 years on June 6th. He would have been 89 now. And in that same speech that Selectman Hefner wrote, he talked about each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and those ripples build a current which can bow down the mightiest walls of opposition and resistance. Well, tonight, as you spread your eagle wings, we feel your ripples of hope and believe in you and stand by you and offer our love, congratulations, and best wishes. We are extremely proud. And I'm delighted to bring citations from the state capitol, from the Connecticut General Assembly. We are hereby known to all that the Connecticut General Assembly hereby offers its sincerest congratulations in recognition of reaching the rank of Eagle Scout in the Boy Scouts of America. We have a great deal of respect for the Boy Scouts of America and fully realize the dedication, commitment, and hard work that are required to become an Eagle Scout. It is an honor which you should be very proud. You have set a fine example for other Scouts to follow and have become a role model for young men throughout your community. The entire Connecticut General Assembly extends its very best wishes on this memorable occasion and expresses the hope for continued success. Congratulations and thank you.
John Deere Bradford will now read greetings from Governor Daniel P. Malloy.
On behalf of the state of Connecticut, I, Daniel Malloy, Governor, take the utmost pleasure in extending greetings and congratulations to Paul Richard, Matt Polizzi, and Chris Mangine, Boy Scouts of America, Troop 76, as you are being honored for attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. This is a tremendous distinction that I am certain you will carry with pride and honor. Commend your perseverance and dedication to the ideals of Scouting. Your commitment and drive are an inspiration to all of Connecticut's residents and a testament to your strength and determination. You are a fine representative of the state of Connecticut, and it is an honor to join with your family and friends in recognizing and rejoicing in this achievement. Therefore, I, Daniel P. Malloy, Governor of the state of Connecticut, do hereby convey your honor and recognition upon Paul Richard, John Polizzi, and Chris Mangine in the state of Connecticut.
Jackson King will read greetings from U.S. Representative Elizabeth Essie.
Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition presented to
attainment of the rank of Eagle Scout of the Boy Scouts of America.
Chris, you're next. Sean Barrett will read greetings from U.S. Representative John Larson.
Alright. Don't worry, Chris, we got you right here. Dear Christopher, congratulations on attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. This honor bestowed upon you is extremely admirable and one worth recognition. Your achievement as an Eagle Scout is a tribute to your character and dedication. Eagle Scouts are known for their exceptional leadership skills, deep civic pride, and inspiring volunteerism, all of which you have embodied in your years of community service. I join your proud family and friends today to congratulate you on a job well done. Sincerely, John B. Larson.
Zach Everett will read greetings from U.S. Senator Christopher Murphy.
Dear Paul, Jack, and Chris, it is with great pleasure that I congratulate you upon the achievement of the rank of Eagle Scout. This accomplishment requires an outstanding demonstration of leadership, perseverance, and commitment to serving others. I commend you on the completion of your training and on the development and implementation of your service project. I have no doubt that you will continue to excel as you enter the next phases of your life. You will serve as an exceptional example of the capabilities of young people throughout our country and the state of Connecticut. I am proud to present you as one of my constitutes in the U.S. Senate. Congratulations again, and I wish you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Chris Murphy.
Michael Richards will read greetings from U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal.
Dear Paul, Jack, and Chris, I'm ready to congratulate you on earning the rank of Eagle Scout, an honor less than 5% of all Scouts achieve. It is truly an accomplishment for which you, your family, and your fellow Scouts should be proud. From your days as a tenderfoot learning your knots, defending your first required merit badge, you have displayed the dedication and leadership to work your way up the ladder in the wings of Scout. Eagle Scouts like yourself provide great service to our country and have also become strong leaders in our society. Countless successful Americans, including astronaut Neil Armstrong, former President Gerald Ford, and Defense Secretary Robert Gates were all Eagle Scouts themselves. I believe your service provided a pure testament of how strong character and commitment to civic engagement is the most important accomplishment along with your path to becoming an Eagle Scout. The Boy Scout motto is be prepared, and as an Eagle Scout, you're prepared yourself with the necessary skills to serve your nation with honor and distinction now and into the future. On this special occasion, please accept my warmest personal wishes from an extraordinary bright future ahead of you. Please pass along my sincere congratulations as well to your Scoutmaster and your family. Sincerely, Richard Blumenthal, United States Senator.
Ryan Coe will read greetings from President Barack Obama.
From the White House in Washington.
Congratulations, Chris, Paul, and Jack, on earning the rank of Eagle Scout. We hope you take tremendous pride in the hard work and commitment to service that brought you to this moment. This achievement speaks to your role as a young leader in your community. We encourage you to continue taking on new projects, setting a positive example, and striving to make a difference. Young people like you give us great hope for the future, and we wish you all the best. Sincerely, President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama.
David Melvin will read greetings from the Connecticut Rivers Council.
Dear Chris, John, and Paul, on behalf of the Scouts and leaders of the Connecticut Rivers Council, Boy Scouts of America, please accept our warmest congratulations on your attainment of the Eagle Scout Award. As a recipient of the Eagle Award, you can take justifiable pride in earning Scouting's highest honor. Your achievement is a credit to you, your family, and the many people who have assisted you. You now join a most select group, all of whom cherish the Eagle Award. The highest ethical standards and leadership skills which you have demonstrated are reflective of the support you have received from your family and Scouting volunteer leaders. Over the years, others will look upon you with the highest esteem. The old saying, once an Eagle Scout, always an Eagle Scout, will become an indelible part of your life, for you symbolize the finest of American youth. Sincerely, Donald Allen Jr., Council President, Alan Reliot, Council Commissioner, and Stephen A. Smith, Council Executive.
Max Berger will read greetings from Boy Scouts of America National Office.
Dear Chris, Paul, and Jack, congratulations. You are Eagle Scouts. With completion of the requirements, you have mastered many skills and made the Scout oath and law be part of your daily life. Eagle Scouts exemplify hard work and strong character. You have now participated fully in proud tradition and heritage. You have given your all to difficult tasks. The Eagle rank is the beginning, not the end of your journey. As an Eagle Scout, much is expected of you and your community, your religious faith, in your family, and also in Scouting. Life is filled with expectations, and with each new recognition, you are obligated to seek broader horizon of service. Scouting guides your life today. Because it does, you are better prepared to guide the future. Our prayers are with you and your future successes. Sincerely, Wayne M. Perry, President, and Wayne Brock, Chief Scout Executive.
Tommy Kim will read greetings from Simsbury High School President Neil Sullivan.
Dear Paul, please accept my congratulations on this important occasion of earning your distinction as Eagle Scout. Your ability to earn the highest rank in Scouting speaks not only of your hard work and dedication, but also to your sense of community. Your Eagle Scout project of building and installing shelves in the student bathroom stalls at Simsbury at Henry James Memorial School was quite an undertaking, providing conventional storage for the students and resolving many possible issues of cleanliness for the belongings while using bathrooms. I'm sure the students truly appreciate this convenience. I want you to know that your accomplishments in Scouting, though separate and distinct from what you do here, certainly bring pride to Simsbury High School. Teachers, counselors, staff members, and other administrators join me in recognizing you today. We are very proud. Please enjoy the ceremony with your friends and family. You have earned the day in the sun. Proudly, Neil Sullivan. Congratulations, Paul. Dear Jack, please accept my congratulations on the important occasion of earning your distinction in Eagle Scout. Your ability to earn the highest rank in Scouting speaks not only of your hard work and dedication, but also your sense of community. I understand your Eagle Scout service project involved the renovation and retaining wall, the renovation of the retaining wall at the First Church of Christ here in town. The previous wood wall was collapsing and had to be replaced with a new block wall that you not only beautify the church grounds with, but also remove the safety hazard. The church members certainly appreciate your hard work on this structure and will protect their property for many years. I want you to know that your accomplishments in Scouting, though separate and distinct from what you do here, certainly bring pride to Simsbury High School. Teachers, counselors, staff members, and other administrators join me in recognizing you today. We are very proud. Enjoy the ceremony with your family. You earned the day in the sun. Proudly your principal, Ms. Sullivan. Good job, Jack.
Guy Whelan will read greetings from Northwest Catholic High School President, Principal Margaret Williams.
Chris, I was recently informed of your outstanding accomplishment earning the rank of Eagle Scout. Becoming an Eagle Scout reflects your hard work and dedication. I know that your family, friends, and mentors are very proud of you. I wish to add that all members of the Northwest Catholic High School community are equally proud of this accomplishment. In achieving the rank of Eagle Scout, you have demonstrated the highest qualities of leadership and moral character. You can be proud of your star as a future leader. Life is a series of challenges. Never to always set goals, be committed, work hard, and be a team player. As you progress through school and life, remember all of the challenges you encountered and surmounted in earning this prestigious award. Remember to maintain your skills, value, and self-confidence instilled in you by the Boy Scouts. For these qualities will serve you in good stead in your quest for greater service to your God, your family, and your community. One of my favorite quotations comes from John F. Kennedy's inaugural speech. President Kennedy said, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." I feel that Kennedy's words really speak to your accomplishments as an Eagle Scout. You have already done a great deal when you designed and built 4 benches for the Simsbury Historical Society. However, the lesson learned is in the planning, the design, the gathering of resources, and the marshaling of your support will lead you to many future accomplishments. I know that those who sit on those benches remember and thank you, and those who supported your project. Good luck in your future endeavors, and I wish you much continued success. Sincerely, John A. Cusson, Academic Dean.
Matt Chakowski will read greetings for Paul from Assistant Superintendent Sue Hamrock-Lemke.
I'm very sorry not to be able to join this evening for for truly incredible recognition of Chris, Jeff, and Paul as they enter the Eagle Scout Corps of Honor. Having all three young men as former students at Henry James Memorial School, their great accomplishments makes me proud and confirms my belief that our community is and will continue to be in great hands because of them. Chris, Jack, and Paul, my heartfelt congratulations to each of you. Although I know these young men well, I was able to work closely with Paul on his Eagle Scout project. The project was created to benefit the students of Henry James Memorial School, where at the time I was principal. When Paul first approached me about potential projects, shelvings in the bathrooms immediately came to mind. Middle school students can be found on any given day carrying binders and books to and from classes. During their busy day, pit stops are needed and often taken with all of these materials in hand. Prior to Paul and his work, students did not have an area to place their things in the restrooms. Now, through his project, that has all changed. Paul worked closely with me in the HJMS head custodian, Mr. Looking at the restrooms, determining shelving locations and design, from suggesting certain hooks to materials for the shelves. Paul approached the task with care, intention, and precision. Paul demonstrated the commitment to the task and showed great follow-through on everything he said he would do. In short, Paul delivered. This result is fantastic for our HJMS students.
Many notable people and organizations recognize the high achievement of Eagle Scouts and have offered their congratulations. A few examples are the National Park Service, the Pope, the Blue Angels, the Coca-Cola Company, Wendy's, and Nintendo. Scoutmaster Dan Carr will now offer his remarks.
Okay, first, I want to thank Selectman Hebner and Cook for coming tonight, Commander Elliott, Fox, John Hampton, Mr. Works. I think the service that you provide and have provided to our country and the leadership in our community go hand in hand and really are an excellent reminder that we need to serve our constituents and serve their needs well in order to truly lead them. Joe and Mary Pat, Alan and Wendy, Charlie and Denise, congratulations times tonight. It takes enormous dedication, balancing of many different activities, and maturity on your son's parts. In the end, they got there with enormous support from many people around them, from the troop and from their fellow scouts. And even with all that, it would literally be impossible for them to be up here tonight without your love and gentle and patient encouragement. And as a parent of an Eagle Scout, I know that gentle and patient are words I thought about often. So all three of these guys up here tonight are excellent students heading to top schools this fall. All three of them were some of our strongest patrol leaders 4 years ago. And even though they may not have all attended the same junior high school, they've all been friends since they joined the troop. So I want to share some memories of each of the three of them, and I'll try to be brief about this. Jack was a patrol leader. He joined the troop from another troop in town when his younger brother Tom joined. But he was a patrol leader, guide chief, and last year was an assistant senior patrol leader. And in that role as ASPL last year, he was John Deere Bradford's right-hand man. He was the guy that John could always go to if he couldn't be there, and Jack would step up and lead the troop meetings. We have a monthly scout leadership meeting where the scouts plan out what's coming up for the month. And we could always count on Jack to bring ideas to that. And if you've ever sat in on that meeting, you'll know that sometimes ideas seem to be few and far between, but we could always count on Jack to not only bring ideas, but to bring them forward with enthusiasm. And that's cute. That's cute to have one person do that. It really sets the example for the rest of the troop. We need that here in Troop 76. We need that in everything we do, in our professions. You need somebody who's willing to step in and lead, to sell new ideas, and to follow through on them. So, Jack, your enthusiasm was great. We appreciated that last week. It was huge for the troop. Chris was also a patrol leader, guide. Before both of those roles, he was chaplain's aide for the troop. And this year, for the first half of this year, before turning 18, he was our guide chief. Like Jack was also our guide chief. And in that role, Jack did a fine job. Chris may have been one of our best guide chiefs because he followed through on what he did and what he said he was going to do. And he had set the example before that. So when the boys heard Chris suggest something, they knew that he had actually done it as a patrol leader. He had done it as a guide. So he set the example, and it was easy for others to follow. In addition to that, as Mr. Johns reminded me today, because Mr. Johns advised the guide chief, Chris was great at listening to input from his guides. So he had his own ideas. He had his own vision, which is incredibly important too. But he would take the ideas from the other guides that he was leading and incorporate that and get people involved. And in doing that, he was one of our most successful. So that's another excellent example of leadership. And I have to mention, sort of as an aside here, as I think about Chris's vision as a guide chief. He's had other ideas in the troop, and it probably took 2 years for Chris to pull off, in one way or another, a trip for our older scouts to go to New York City. And not just sightseeing, but pull it together as a trip that really fit in with what scouting is about too. And I think to a person, everybody who attended that trip had a great time. Chris, again, got the other guys behind it, planned it out, with some adult help, but largely on his own, and as a very scout-led thing, and saw that through. And that was a great thing, not something that we usually do. Paul, like these other guys, patrol leader, guide, assistant senior patrol leader. 4 years ago when Paul was a patrol leader, he did an excellent job of developing other patrol leaders. So Johnny Bradford was Paul's assistant patrol leader and was our troop senior patrol leader last year. I know when Paul was a patrol leader, he had some tricky scouts in his patrol. And some of them needed special extra attention. And Paul was excellent in handling that with respect, patience, and care. Troop 76 has a long tradition of high adventure, and Paul, out of the three guys up here tonight, is our high adventure guy. He's been to Philmont twice. Went in 2012 after going in 2010, going into your freshman year. And then in 2013, he attempted Mount Washington with us in February on an overnight camp out. And this past summer, attended along with Chris and Jack, I don't remember, the Chesapeake Bay High Adventure sailing trip for a week. So the thing that comes to mind as an example of Paul in leadership is on the 2012 Philmont trip. So it was Paul's second time through, and he was not the crew leader for the trip, but he was an active participant, somebody that whose experience the crew leader relied on. And it's happened many times when you're together over a 2-week period. The scouts are trying to solve something, they're trying to figure out how to do something, and not everybody always agrees. It was a very high-performing group. The crew leader was trying to figure out something and provide guidance to everybody else and to try to lead them. And in a quieter moment, which there aren't always a lot of, Paul pulled him aside and said, "Hey, Ryan, this is how we handled it last time," and gave him that guidance. And that's sometimes hard to do, to take the person aside and give them that guidance without usurping their responsibility as leader. And Paul does that well. I don't think in the 4 years that he's been a venture scout in the troop that he's been as vocal as Chris was as guide chief this year, or Jack a year ago as assistant senior patrol leader. But there's a different kind of leadership that helps the people around you who are the leaders out in front do their job better, and that's something Paul does very well. So, 3 solid young men here tonight who have an enormous amount of potential. We have 6 graduating seniors this year, and all 6 of them will achieve Eagle. You guys will get jobs in the future, get into schools for the rest of your lives because of the dedication and leadership you showed on your trail to Eagle. The other night in our troop, we held our senior patrol leader elections for this year. And all of our older scouts who aren't graduating this spring got a note or phone call from me or one of the other scoutmasters, reminding them that there's an expectation, and really an obligation as an Eagle Scout to follow through on the promise that you've shown so far. So that's the challenge and opportunity for the 3 of you tonight. To follow through on that, to not rest on your laurels, but to know that everybody will expect great things out of you in the future because of what you've done in high school. Being able to put Eagle Scout on your resume. So, we are extremely happy to celebrate Eagle with you. And we're also looking forward to how you carry with you in college and beyond. Thank you.
Each of the Eagle Scouts will now share his reflections on achieving the Eagle Scout Award. I would first like to introduce new Eagle Scout Paul Richard.
Before I start, I want to thank our distinguished guests, families, and friends who made time to come tonight to share this special occasion with my fellow new Eagle Scouts, Chris. It just seems like yesterday when I first started my scouting journey. I began as a Tiger Cub Scout in the 1st grade with Pack 76's Squadron Line, and practically the only thing I can remember were the long nights spent working on my Pinewood Derby car with my dad. He showed me every tool at our disposal and walked me through how to use each one, something I will never forget. And In fact, I attribute my early interest in understanding how everything works to my father, and I thank him for that. Just a year later, my parents told me we were moving overseas to Singapore for a while. I told them that I would only move if the school I went to had a Cub Scout program, and luckily they did. My scouting career continued with PAC 2017 and showed me that camping wasn't just defined as sleeping in a tent in the woods. While our troop hands out who knows awards for extreme cold weather camping, my old PAC gave out patches for surviving the blistering heat. Before I knew it, I moved back to the U.S. and settled in with PAC 76 once again. Then the time came to cross over to Boy Scouts. I knew there were several great troops in town, but when I went on an annual canoe trip as we blew, I knew right away that this was the one. I'd never looked back. Shortly after crossing over, it was already time for my first border review for Tenerife. I was terrified to learn that it would be by a panel of adults I hardly knew, and worse, I heard they failed scouts from time to time. Much to my parents' amusement, I spent hours reading the handbook from cover to cover, as well as saying the scout oath and law over and over until it drove me crazy. Guess I passed though, otherwise I wouldn't be standing here today. What this troop allowed us to do was take risks and to support us in case we failed. From the beginning, I thought the scout-led idea was a novel one, but would probably have its fair share of problems, and it did. But that's exactly what's unique about this troop. You take risks, fail from time to time, and feel proud of yourself when you succeed. Finding your own path is something that crafts some of the best scouts and leaders, something that troop excels at. Over the years I've grown as a scout, there have been countless unforgettable memories made at meetings, campouts, and last but not least, high-adventure trips such as Roma. From the sub-zero temperatures of Mount Washington to the high desert of New Mexico, camping has always been my favorite part of Boy Scouts. Tonight, I'd like to thank the many adults, past and present, who have played such an important part of my scouting career. But first of all, I'd like to thank my brother. Even though you weren't part of my patrol, you still came along to help my numerous service projects. You were also there every time I worked on my Eagle project, not that you had much of a say in that one, though. I know you make it to Eagle eventually. Seriously, stop procrastinating and get with it. It would be impossible to mention every adult and parent who made a difference in my scouting experience and helped me achieve Eagle. However, I would specifically like to thank the following people for making such a positive impact on my time in the troop. Mr. Carr, thank you for providing all those frappuccinos every time I was in your car on all those campouts. To repay you, here's a small gift so that all the younger scouts will continue to enjoy frappuccinos every car ride. If you would come up, I have a little gift for you.
There's nothing better than loading up fifth graders with a frappuccino.
Mr. Barnett, you played a big part in making Philmont so much fun for me. Even though I was the youngest scout on the first trip and had plenty of reservations about going, your support and guidance allowed me to have a great time and look back upon it so fondly now. Something that I can't thank you enough for. Dr. Gerard, thank you for such a great first aid class. I also quickly learned that whenever you were conducting my border review, my favorite merit badge always changed to first aid. And I'll never forget the solution to pollution is dilution. To Ms. Hamrock Lemke, who couldn't unfortunately make it tonight, thank you for the opportunity to take on this project and your patience throughout. Thank you to Mr. Hannon for generously letting me use all of his equipment and taking time out of his day to supervise and offer advice. And lastly, thank you to all the scouts who helped me on my project and made it a success. Most of all, though, I have to thank my parents for this constant nagging, whenever I dragged my feet or said, "I'll send that email tomorrow. One day doesn't matter, right?" To my mother, thank you for all the support through the years, mostly in the form of constant reminders and the occasional yelling. Thank you for your meticulous planning of this ceremony, as it really means a lot to me. To my father, thank you for all those early morning car rides to school where we would talk details about my project and the next steps to take. Thank you for your never-ending advice and counsel on my project that made the paperwork seem not too bad. For this advice, I want to award my mentor pin to my father. be honest, I'm not sure I have too much to share. Most of it was through trial and error that made some of the most memorable experiences I'll always have with you. However, to all the younger scouts out there, keep working hard on your rank advancement and always remember to have fun. Don't give up on the road to Eagle no matter how long it seems or how close to your 18th birthday you are. Anything is possible. Lastly, enjoy your brief time in scouting while it lasts, as it goes by very quickly. However, the friends you make will last a lifetime. Thank you.
Next, Eagle Scout Jack Polizzi will share his reflections.
Alright, let me see what I got here. First of all, like Paul, I'd like to thank you all for coming here, whether you know who I am or not. This is the culmination of 7, if you want to go back when I was a wolf in Cub Scouts, probably 11 or 12 years of work, whether I knew it or not back then. And I'm really honored to have each and every one of you here with me during it. I could probably stand up here all night and through tomorrow telling you about all the great memories I've had during my time in scouting, but I will spare you that. Mostly because I want to talk about the greatest gift that scouting can give me, which is leadership. Now, to put into perspective how much I value leadership and strive to be a leader, approximately 90% of my college essays were about leadership, with the other 10% being about Twitter, children's cartoons, and how rowing can be painful sometimes. And there's my coach making a face at me. So, leadership to me, scouting I can definitely point to and say, scouting is what has molded me and developed me as a leader. It's one thing to be at a group practice and say, hey, maybe you shouldn't jump on those rocks, you can injure yourself. But as Mr. Carr noted that I was John's right-hand man, what that really means is I was the guy who a few times a month got a phone call the night before a meeting and said, John can't make it, we need you to run the meeting. So that's really, to me, leadership at its essence. To expand on that, I got a phone call one night before a camp out, which was Mission Impossible. For those of you who know, it's in January. It's about 10 degrees outside probably. It said, John can't make it, we need you to run the camp out. I said, great, never run a camp out before. We'll see how this goes. So I showed up that Friday, no idea what I was doing. Mr. Carr, all the other leaders kind of walked me through a little bit and said, we know you're ready to handle this. Go do it, get it done. And it basically began the most frenetic 48-hour period of my life. I was running around, running a station. I had a walkie-talkie in my hand at all times. And in that 48 hours, I learned more about myself and what it means for me to be a leader than I have probably in the first 16 years of my life. So that's what scouting has given me, and I can talk about that on numerous other occasions in this troop, but everyone here has done such a great job of promoting a culture of leadership, a culture of excellence that I'm really proud to be a part of. Like Mr. Carr noted, I didn't start my scouting career in Troop 76. I began in Troop 174 across town. It's a great group of guys. I don't mean to say anything bad about them, but I kind of went there. All my friends from Pac 276 were going there, so I said, okay, I guess this is where I'll end up. And I was in the troop for about 2 years, and I kind of just found myself in neutral. I got tenderfoot after about a year and a half. No merit badges, didn't really know what was going on. I saw the leaders. Leadership was like this mystical group that you kind of just were inducted into through some nebulous process I didn't really know. And then 2 years after I joined, my brother was coming up, and all of his friends were coming here to Troop 76. And so, after a little bit of convincing, I said, you know, maybe I should switch. I had a bunch of friends here. I had Paul and Chris, along with Nick Catalana there, a bunch of other guys. So I said, you know, I'll make the leap. I'll see what happens. I was impressed by what was going on here. And if I hadn't made that decision, I obviously wouldn't be standing here, but I wouldn't be standing anywhere making a speech about getting my Eagle Scout award because I know it wouldn't have happened. I immediately noticed a change. Everyone was just so enthusiastic to be here. There was like a really let's go culture. Everyone was just so ready to go. I started advancing much faster. I was really into it. And look where I am today. Let's flip the page here. So, and to kind of expand on that, like I said, I wrote all my college essays about leadership. I'm going to Cornell University next year. I'm honored to have been accepted as part of the class of 2018, which I know would not have happened had I not been an Eagle Scout, had I not been able to develop my leadership skills here. I've been accepted as a Mangine scholar there, which for all of you who don't know, is one of about 20 kids who've been recognized for excellence in leadership. And I'll continue to hone my skills through that for the next 4 years. But really, without each and every one of you here, well, all the Scouts, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be there. So really, my whole future, I don't know where I would have ended up had it not been for Scouting with Troop 76. Now for the thanks. Like I said, there's a lot of people I have to thank here. First of all, everyone who helped on my Eagle project, tearing down that wall, taught me that trying to level a patch of earth is the most difficult thing you will ever try to do in your life. And then stack a bunch of blocks on it, just forget about it. So thank you to Paul Richard and Chris Mangine, both of whom helped. Thank you to Nick Calando, Nicholas Carabillo, my brother Tom Polizzi, my friends Billy Fahan, Jack Reed, and Simon Levesque. Thank you to my grandfather John Sablone, who was there to help me out and supervise. Thank you to my Uncle Carlo, who came up here and brilliantly delivered that of the charge, or the charge. The other one. I don't have it on my shoulder, so it's just gone. Anyway, you've given me a lot of wisdom, you've pushed me through it this whole time, and I really thank you. You've had scouting has really driven your life, and I hope that I can achieve even a fraction of what you've achieved through your leadership and your skills. Thank you to my parents. It's been a long process. Here I am. I'm 18 years old. And you've pushed me through this whole thing, kicking and screaming sometimes. Like Paul said, I can send that email tomorrow. I'll fill out the paperwork tomorrow. But tomorrow will turn into weeks and months, and you guys really helped me get my butt in gear and get all that done. Thank you, Mr. Carr and all the other leaders. Like I said, you brought so much enthusiasm to the troop. You've really just created a culture of excellence. Like I said, everyone wants to succeed, everyone wants to be a leader, and I've really been the beneficiary of that. And now, most importantly, thank you, Mr. Delica, who has given countless hours of his own time to make sure that I'm standing up here. He's really no pay, nothing. He does it out of the goodness of his heart because he really cares about all of us as Scouts. And thank you to Mr. Joe Martinez. He does all the maintenance here at the church. Without Mr. Martinez, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not an expert at building retaining walls. So, without Mr. Martinez, I would have showed up there, I would have had 2 tons of stone, 2 tons of gravel, and a bunch of confused kids with no idea what to do, holding shovels in their hands. But every step of the way, he taught me what to do. He was patient with me. Every email he responded to, he helped me with all the logistics, and my wall survived the winter, so I think it's going to stand for a long, long time. So thank you, Mr. Martinez. And it's you that I'd like to award my mentor pin for standing with me through this whole process, being patient with me. So thank you very much. Mr. Delic and Mr. Martinez, who, like I said, gave countless hours of their lives, which could maybe be spent on other things. Just a little gift to try and show my gratitude for that. Once again, just thank you to every single one of you for coming and sharing this special day with me. I hope you'll all stick around. We have probably a solid ton of food downstairs, so I hope you'll stick around and enjoy it all with me. So thank you very much for coming.
And finally, I would like to introduce new Eagle Scout Chris Mangine, who will give his reflections upon achieving this award.
I don't know how I can follow those 2 speeches. They're very good. Oh, and I think I grabbed the wrong speech out of my car. Well, here goes nothing. friends, family, and dignitaries that have come to our ceremony. I know I can speak for all of us when I say it means a great deal to us to have you here supporting us and celebrating with us. I cannot believe how fast my years in the troop have gone by. When I first joined the troop, I would never have thought I would be going to Niagara Falls, trekking through the caves in the midst of winter, and going on all the Mission Impossible canoe trips and the May biking trips. What was great about every trip I went on was that each trip brought new experiences, new friends, and great memories. One thing I encourage all scouts to do is go on as many trips possible, for it really enhances your experience as a scout and allows you to meet and get to know so many people that will become family to you. I cannot tell you how much time I have spent recalling past campouts, Columbus Day weekend trips, and the Chesapeake sailing trips with friends and my family. Look at every trip like it's the trip of your lifetime, because that's what it truly is. It's truly special, and you'll find out later that they're not readily offered in other places. The feats that the troop have accomplished are nothing short of amazing, and it is a great feeling knowing that I and everybody here has been a part of each and every effort the troop has done. Also, I cannot stress the importance of checking the checklist each time before going on a campout to make sure you have everything you need. I remember one year I forgot to bring my reindeer to summer camp, and I had to walk around in a black trash bag to shield me from the rain. The funny is, the next year, I made the same mistake. But every year after that, I had a poncho. Lesson to all scouts going to summer camp: bring your poncho, because it will rain at least once. You do not want to be wearing a trash bag. Now I would like to present my mentor pin. I choose to present my mentor pin to this person for the help and guidance he has shown me over the years, as well as his example of leadership I have seen throughout my years in Scout. I admire the leadership, work ethic, and planning that he has done on every trip he has led, and appreciated his help when I decided to lead my own trip to New York City. Each trip I have been on, I have learned new facts, saw new sights, and walked new roads. I decided to give my mentor pin to Mr. Holowesco. Mr. Holowesco, please come forward so I can present you your pin. Additionally, I want to thank everyone who has helped me throughout my scouting career and on my project. I'm sorry, I can't speak. I want to thank all the Scoutmasters who have shown their guidance throughout my years in the troop. They have been especially helpful, and they've always been willing to just show guidance and just be so supportive of anything you want to do. You know what's great? They're always asking, "Hey Chris, what's going on? Like, how's everything going?" And that made every troop meeting so amicable and just so, like I said, the troop was a family, and that was great. Like, I knew I was just going to like a family reunion every troop meeting. I want to thank Mr. Miller for the time he spent helping me design my benches, Mr. Jeblica for the time he spent looking over my many revisions and the guidance and assistance he gave me on my Trail of the Eagle. Again, Mr. Holowesco for the constant support, guidance, and all the help he was able to give me throughout my project. My Uncle Joe Barrett for supplying the table saw that cut the majority of the pieces of wood used in the project. Mrs. Scully and Mr. Gray at the Simsbury Historical Society for their support and patience through the whole process. And to all my friends at Tall Meadow who helped me, Sean, BJ, and David, you guys were there in my project whenever I asked, and I'm truly thankful for that. Also, I want to thank Emily for being so flexible with my work schedule during my project. Without your understanding and support, it would have been so much harder to get that done. I would like to thank my parents for their support and love through the whole process. Mrs. Terry Stack and her son Samuel, Mr. Kevin Gray and his family, and Miss Sandra Bergner for the generous donations that helped make my whole project possible. Lastly, I want to thank all the scouts, their parents, and my friends and my family for their help, support, and encouragement. Without all of you cheering me on the whole way, I know the Eagle Trail would have been so much more difficult, and having all of you by my side made it go so much easier. Thank you.
Zach Everett will now give the closing benediction, followed by caps.
Before the closing benediction, it's always a tradition with a campfire at the closing night. You have someone who tells a story or sings a song. And for these young men, we want David Melton sing a song for us tonight.
Lord, we thank you for the rewards we have received, and thank you for the fellowship and guidance from the members of our church. Help us to learn to guide one another and serve our church, community, and country to your honor and glory. May God bless us and protect us. May God show us favor and be gracious to us. May God show us kindness and grant us peace. Amen. Amen.
Scouts and their parents, please remain up front for greetings and congratulations. Here's how congratulations will work. To congratulate the new Eagles, form a line along the windows to my left, come across the stage to congratulate, then proceed out the door to my right and down to Palmer Hall, where you're invited for refreshments. Please sign each Eagle Scouts guest book or scrapbook in Palmer Hall. Thank you all very much for coming. Our Court of Honor is now closed.
Thank you.
my best to do my duty to God. On my honor, I'll do my best to serve my country as I may. On my honor, I'll do my best to do my good turn each day, to keep my body strengthened, to keep my mind awakened, to follow paths of righteousness. On my honor, I'll do my best. Trustworthy.
Loyal.
Helpful.
Friendly. Courteous.
Kind.
Obedient.
Brave.
Clean.
Reverent.
On my honor, I'll do my best to do my duty to God.